So, hello everybody. How are you guys doing? Here is a quick update on raising my crayfish in these big cement tubs with no filter, no air, and seeing how they do. And we're in December. It has actually been a full year, which would have been back in November. And I forgot to do a year update. But here we are. It has been a full year. And if you look close, there are little baby crayfish all over the uh, the PVC pipe that I cut up and put in here a few months ago. I made a video that I was cutting it up. Yep, can you see them? Right there, the sun. There's one like right there. And so far, it seems to be working out extremely well. I was worried that the PVC would possibly be toxic, even though if you look it up all over the internet, it says it's fine, and obviously people use it for their plumbing and drinking water. So, but still, I was still worried about it, and it doesn't seem to have any effect on them. They seem to be doing really well, except they all ran from me, swam away when I came and started filming for you. But they're doing really, really well. It's been about a year now, over a year, and from the original 9 crayfish that I started with, we had a huge population explosion. I mean, huge. Hundreds. I got so many I lost count. And I've actually got 3 or 4 other tubs set up here besides this one. But we ended up losing so many. Every time we'd get a good number of them, the tadpoles have been the absolute worst this year. Every time my large females would get a flush of babies, the frogs, just seemed right at the time, would come lay eggs, no matter trying to put lids on them, anything, and the tadpoles would literally eat all of my crayfish. I had no idea before this that tadpoles were such voracious little feeders, but they are. And they consumed every little crayfish every time. And so my numbers have not been as big as they could have been, as high as they could be. I've still got that issue. The only reason there's no tadpoles in here now is because it's winter. The frogs are hibernating, pretty much dormant, so there's no tadpoles. But I am also not with the huge numbers of crayfish that I was hoping for. But that comes into why I started using the PVC. I'm hoping that it'll give them much more better placing. What am I trying to say here? Better hiding spots, basically. There you go. It's unscripted, guys. And I only put these in here not that long ago, so um, we'll have to see if it works out, especially when the weather starts warming up a little better, and see if this helps the survivability of the little crayfish. But other than the predation issue with tadpoles, these guys have proven to grow extremely fast, be extremely productive, and if I did not have that one major issue, this, so far in the year I've done it, seems like it could be a very, very viable option to raise your own little crayfish, a little protein source. Whether you want to eat them yourself or you want to use them as bait, it seems like a really, really, really good way to go about it. And they're just in these cement tubs here, and I fill them to the top, and that's about it. I've only got 4 of them set up now because I was planning on having many more, but it didn't work out like I said. But other than that, if this fixes the issue, putting in the good hiding spots, I don't see why a tub like this, which is a large cement tub, there's a measuring on the side here, it is, how many inches is that? I don't even know what size these are. That's 30 inches. 30, oh, so 3 feet, 36 inches. So these are 3 feet by like 2 feet, I'd say. Cement tub. So there you go. The measurements are on the side there, 36 inches. And then however wide it is here, about 2 feet. And it's about 8 inches deep, I think they are. It's about, you can see how deep it is from the edge there. About 8 inches deep or so. And these have worked perfect, absolutely perfect. The water stays clear like this. And I normally have plants in here, but the crayfish thrive on the plants. They eat the duckweed, they eat the hydrilla, they eat it all. They eat leaves that fall in here, they eat the mosquito larvae. I just wish they would eat the tadpoles. Go figure, right? The big ones will eat the tadpoles, but the little ones that's where the issue comes in. The tadpoles, they just, I guess, suck their legs off and just eat them to bits. I mean, wipe them out. But the big crayfish do eat the tadpoles pretty readily, so but not fast enough to balance out, especially one frog, what I'm saying. You get one female frog in here, these tree frogs, and she's laying 2,000-3,000 eggs in here. That's a lot of tadpoles, and they just devour the poor little crayfish. And the big ones, after they molt, the tadpoles literally just attack them and eat the big crayfish after they molt. It's crazy. Never saw that coming. But other than that, amazing setup, and it seems to be a very viable way of raising some protein for whatever you want to do with it, guys. And I'm hoping 2025, I'm going to make some screen covers or be really diligent, maybe move them out somewhere that's not up against my house or the greenhouse where the frogs tend to be. Put them somewhere where there's not frogs, perhaps, or build screen covers to fit these, because they're rounded, so it's a little hard to build covers on them. But I guess I could build like screen frames to put on top and keep the frogs out. That would probably work the best. But that would also keep out the mosquito larvae and everything, which, like I said, the crayfish eat the mosquito larvae. So, give and take. I still got to figure out that issue. But if you're looking to experiment with this, definitely give it a shot, guys. I don't know, I'm sitting here yakking. I don't know if you've seen any more little crayfish anywhere. It's daylight, so they're all hiding. But there were about 10 or 15 of them out when I started filming. But, yeah. And they eat the algae, too. You can see they keep the PVC pretty clean. I'm right above the water here, sorry if it's echoing a little loud. But, yeah. Hey, little crayfish. I haven't really moved the PVC around. I'm worried if there's a lot of babies in there that they'll get crushed. So, gotta be careful. But, there you go, guys. Quick little update. Grow food and raise some crayfish. Seems to work out very well. And I imagine if you had bubblers and a filter and tanks and set up, you could make a heck of a lot of these crayfish with not much effort. There you go. Thanks for watching. See you later.